Greeting, Princess Anne Middle School Panthers. Hey, I know you're at home doing your online lessons, so here we are doing a little science video for you. So let's talk about biomes. So of course a biome, it's going to be a large area of land, and it's going to have specific types of plants and animals within that large type of environment. And within that environment, there could be lots of tiny little ecosystems. So a bio and an ecosystem, they are different. But there are two key things that we want to know about a biome. Does anybody know what those two key things could be? Oh, Froggy knows here. So one of the things, what is it? Oh, okay, all right, he knows both. One thing you got to think about is temperature. So temperature for a tropical rainforest, well, we know it's going to be hot, it's going to be warm, it's going to be probably 85 degrees on an average. It could be higher, it could be lower. But for us, thinking about temperature, because it's near that equator, the latitude line, that's something we got to think about when we're thinking about biomes, where they are located on Earth. And the other important thing, of course, precipitation. Well, they don't call it the tropical rainforest for no reason, because it's a lot of rain, probably 100 inches. That's quite a bit for a yearly average. So when we're talking about tropical rainforest, temperature and precipitation, two things we want to keep in mind. But of course, we did say plants and animals are those important factors also. So some things we want to look at, of course, plants. There's all kinds of blooming tropical plants. Orchids are known for being found in the tropics. Many of them just live right up in trees, have their roots hanging over, and they're very highly prized by a lot of collectors. And of course, all kinds of foliage plants. Tropical rainforest, you think about plants all the way high from the canopy trees all the way down to the forest floor. And of course, tropical rainforest, what I like, it's the animals. Lots of biodiversity. So let's take a look at a few of our animals. So I got a little pointer here. So this here, there's a monkey. Notice that this has a prehensile tail. That's for climbing, gripping. So that's an adaptation that this animal has. So we want to keep thinking about adaptations as we go through and talk about these animals and plants. Of course, here's a red-eyed tree frog. Oh yeah, Froggy's, likes that as a relative. Blends in, it's green, so it'll blend in with the foliage of the plants. Now this snake here, this is brightly colored. This snake is going to, if it's brightly colored, it's kind of a warning sign, like it's venomous. So we want to think about, not only do adaptations allow you to blend in sometimes they warn you and protect you from predators because of bright colors. All kinds of bird life in the tropical rainforest. Lots of different parrots and parakeets. This is a bat. There's a lot of different species of bats. One thing you might want to read up on, of course, the infamous vampire bat. It is from the jungles of South America. So let's see what else we've got here. Oh, here's a gecko, like in the auto commercials for insurance. Yeah. So that's a type of day gecko. Here's a ring-tailed lemur. Now, of course, this is from Madagascar. Again, the tropical rainforest. There's tropical rainforest in South America, Africa. Of course, Madagascar is off the coast of Africa. There's some in Asia. So Southeast Asia has lots of rainforest areas. Over here, of course, this is one of the poison dart frogs. Most of these are very brightly colored also. They do produce toxins that make them not edible for other animals. And of course, a lot of the native tribes would use these to coat their darts with and shoot animals with, and it would knock them out and they'd be able to get a meal. And of course, some of my favorites here, we've got the snakes. Here's the anaconda. This is an emerald tree boa. That reminds me, don't worry about mango and coconut. They're just fine. I brought them home for this break that we're on, so no need to worry.
You did what?
That's my wife. I didn't tell her about the snakes. I gotta go.